Greeting healthcare hackers.
Let's scrub in and see how robots and AI are stitching the future of healthcare.
Doing our own takeoff. By masters of the AI. We're taking flight. Spreading knowledge to the left and to the right. Future's here and we're the ones in control. By masters of the AI.
Welcome to Neural Network News.
Episode number 16. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, today we've got an exciting podcast for you. We're covering one of the big major things we're covering today is AI in healthcare. AI-based tool called Perception can now predict cancer therapy outcomes using a single cell analysis. Another one we're going to cover is an AI tool that aids in medical imaging analysis.
That's pretty cool. So, the year of the humanoids. Robots are coming out of the woodworks. Today we are covering humanoids made in China.
Interesting. Can't wait. A Berkeley startup called Profluent successfully edits a human genome with their Open CRISPR-1, the world's first AI-created and open-source gene editor.
Oh, very cool. AI startups, the money is flowing into AI startups at an accelerated rate. Almost 14 billion raised. It is going like fire.
And that's 14 billion this year, right?
Just this year alone.
Yeah. John, you feel that? That's a Scottish wind in your kilt. No reboots required with Kilt lifter Unveiled.
How do you handle the Kilt lifters?
Cheers.
Cheers.
So today we're drinking Kilt lifter Unveiled
Kilt lifter.
out of Tempe, Arizona.
Yum.
I love Unveils. That's my favorite type of beer.
Oh, they're so good.
All right, let's jump into our first story. So AI in healthcare. We're going to be covering quite a few AI tools that are coming up that we're getting information on. So the first one is called Perception. It can now predict cancer therapy outcomes using single cell analysis. So it's an AI-based tool can now predict cancer therapy outcomes using single cell analysis. This approach has been validated in clinical trials to analyze tumor dynamics in drug resistance, offering a more precise understanding of individual patient responses to treatments. So here's the actual technological innovation. Perception leverages advancements in machine learning to analyze vast amounts of data from single cell within a tumor by understanding how individual cells respond to different therapies. So this tool can predict how the entire tumor will react to specific treatments. This is crucial because tumors are not homogeneous. They consist of many different cells and they may respond differently to the same therapy.
Okay. Yeah.
The clinical application here is the ability to predict therapy outcomes at a single cell level is a transformative for clinical application. So the ability to predict therapy outcomes on a single cell level is transformative for oncology. It allows oncologists to tailor treatments for the individual, potentially increasing the effectiveness of therapy and minimizing unnecessary treatments that won't work for a specific patient's tumor profile. This could lead to better survival rates and fewer side effects for patients.
Yeah, these have some future implications. The introduction of tools like Perception could pave the way for more AI-driven tools in healthcare that operates at similar levels of precision. This could revolutionize not only cancer treatment, but also the treatment of other diseases, like by providing insights that were not previously possible at such a granular level. Researchers have used high-resolution gene expression data from individual tumor cells to fine-tune the ability of AI tool called Perception in these drug responses.
So that's one tool. This is the second story in our healthcare medical advancements. So another tool is researchers from MIT developed a machine learning tool that can generate multiple plausible answers when asked to identify potential disease in medical images. So CTs, MRIs, X-rays. By capturing the inherent ambiguity in these images, this technique could prevent clinicians from missing crucial information that could inform diagnosis. So it doesn't need retraining. This AI could be easier for clinicians and researchers to use than some of the other methods. It could be applied out of the box for a variety of tasks, from identifying lesions in a lung X-ray or pinpointing anomalies in a brain MRI. Ultimately, this system could improve diagnoses or aid in biomedical research by calling attention to potentially crucial information that other AI tools might miss. It uses ambiguity in images to come up with potential diagnosis.
Okay. Having options can help in decision making. Even just seeing that there is uncertainty in a medical image can influence somebody's decision. So it's important to take this uncertainty into account, says MIT computer science PhD candidate.
So it's using the image that it is there, and it uses the ambiguity in the images to help with the diagnosis. For example, could analyze anomalies, or something that doesn't belong there, or something that should be 2 off is 3 off,
right?
Or should be 3 or 4 off, but it's now only 2. Then you got a problem. So it's using that missing information as a diagnosis tool,
as an additional tool that doctors use,
or it could be some kind of streamlined diagnosis. AI powered streamlined diagnosis to help hopefully get the cure faster to the patient.
The researchers also saw that Tyke could outperform more complex models that have been trained using large, specialized data sets. So for future work, they plan to try using a more flexible context set, perhaps including text or multiple types of images. In addition, they want to explore methods that could improve Tyke's worst predictions, enhance the system so it can recommend the best segmentation candidates.
What's really cool about it, what I like about this tool, is that it can be used, seems like, out of the box applications, so it doesn't need any kind of crazy training data to be supplied by the technician, let's say, technician or the hospital, or it's just using the images from the patient.
Nice.
And it's already trained on a data set that it has, which seems like that makes a lot of sense. That makes a lot of sense that it already has. It's like a doctor, right? A doctor already comes with some kind of knowledge. So this tool already comes with a preset training data, and now it's using all of that to help analyze the imaging.
I'm not a doctor.
Not a doctor.
Neither am I.
All right, switching gears to
neither are we news reporters or anything like that.
Nor are we news reporters or lawyers or financial experts
or coders.
or coders. So, Open CRISPR. So you may have heard CRISPR before. It is a gene replacement, gene editing
gene editing tech.
So this came out today as well. Another one this one's out of Berkeley. Profluent successfully edits human genome with Open CRISPR-1, the world's first AI-created and open-source gene editor.
Whereas chatbots, such as ChatGPT, are designed to handle language after being trained on existing text, the CRISPR designing AIs were instead trained on a vast troves of biological data in the form of protein or genome sequences. The goal of this pre-training step is to program the models with insight into naturally occurring genetic sequences, such as which amino acids tend to go together.
Right.
This information can then be applied to tests such as creation of totally new sequences. So
that's fantastic.
So the Open CRISPR-1 is an AI-generated gene editor tool consisting of Cas9-like protein and guide RNA, fully developed using Profluent's large language models through the training process of Open CRISPR. The company's AI learned from a massive scale of sequence and biological context to generate millions of diverse CRISPR-like proteins that do not occur in nature, thereby exponentially expanding virtually all known CRISPR families.
Yeah.
I feel like this is super breakthrough.
It is. Yeah. So
breakthrough.
The protein folding is so complex that AI coming into it is just going to allow researchers to create some even things that are outside of nature. So better ideas. Nobody's,
When we think of DNA, right? It's a sequence of these 4 letters. So it's a code. So it seems like it's ripe for disruption. But here we happen to talk about our human DNA.
Yeah. The Profluent is an AI-first protein design company headquarters in Berkeley, California. Hashtag AI healthcare.
Think how we talked about Meta.ai, and in real time you can create images with Meta.ai. Think about in real time, adjusting and editing your own DNA.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if you have predisposition for any kind of diseases.
Let's say you needed a task and you need to grow a third arm. You just in real time grow me a third.
The complexity
And
on
the
that.
proteins go to work.
I mean, that's sci-fi.
It's AI tool.
It is an AI tool, yeah.
It's an AI tool to edit gene, right?
It is, yeah.
So once you edit it, let's say in a lab, my question is, from the lab to human, how fast is that processing?
Yeah, that's true. I mean, you could grow another kidney if you lost one. Or
That's what gene editing, right? That's the big scare. Like we can use it for be more muscular, be smarter, be prettier, be handsomer, whatever.
that
Change
is
your hair color, change your eye color.
ethic discussion for sure. So they're open sourcing it for free use to accelerate cures, and that is why it's considered open CRISPR.
They're open sourcing it for free to use to accelerate cures.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Very cool.
Is AI the key to curing genetic diseases? This will change healthcare forever.
Absolutely.
So Google drops Med-Gemini.
Okay.
This was today. The race for tailored medical AI models is heating up. Google and DeepMind have just released a new paper called Capabilities of Gemini Models in Medicine, describing Med-Gemini, a group of advanced AI models targeting healthcare applications.
Google's so basically this model, the Med-Gemini from Google, achieves 91% accuracy in medical diagnostics.
Builds upon Gemini 1.0 and 1.5 models released last year, which demonstrated breakthrough capabilities in language, as we know. The paper stated that Med-Gemini inherits Gemini's foundational capabilities in language and conversations, multimodal understanding, and long context reasoning.
So they're saying the model brings new possibilities for AI in medicine, such as assisting with complex diagnostic challenges, engaging in multimodal medical dialogue, and processing lengthy electronic health records. Mm-hmm. That makes sense because Gemini also has that big text prompt, right?
Huge text prompt. Mm-hmm.
So they can dump the entire medical record.
So more medical stuff coming out.
Diagnostic tool. I mean, yeah. I think I mentioned on the podcast. I got MRI results written in medical language and didn't make much sense to me. I dumped it into ChatGPT and had it translated to me as if I was a baby. So that's a form of diagnosis with AI model and with the data that was produced out of an MRI report.
So long as it gives you the right answer.
Yeah, hopefully there was no hallucinations.
Right.
Which seemed accurate after I started looking into it and looking up terms and everything.
Yeah.
And my doctor seemed to agree.
Yeah, that your doctor agrees.
Yeah.
9 out of 10 doctors recommend ChatGPT.
Self-diagnosis. Well, 9 out of 10 will probably recommend in Google because Google's probably going to be like the mainstream program. It'll be in your Google search.
Yeah. All right.
Moving on to the robots.
Robots.
This week, we found quite a few stories coming out of China. We'll cover them in a moment. However, we'll start with Figure 1, covered by 60 Minutes.
Yeah, they had a basic piece on 60 Minutes. A lot of people posted about it.
I think what's been really extraordinary is the pace of progress we've made in 21 months.
From zero to this in 21
Zero to
months.
this, yeah. We were walking this robot in under a year since I incorporated the company.
It's not yet perfected,
Yeah, you're going to get it.
but the early results are so promising, German automaker BMW plans to start testing the robot in its South Carolina factory this year.
I think there's an opportunity to ship billions of robots in the coming decades.
Brett Adcock,
Onto the planet.
he's the founder of Figure. So they are going to scale very quickly, and they want to get these out. I mean, they've made in tremendous progress as it was.
Elon made similar claims. He said that, that's why they're investing so much money with Tesla, with Elon, but then all of them. NVIDIA, OpenAI, we're going to cover Chinese guys in a moment. Groot was NVIDIA, right? Yeah.
So it's good because that means, you're seeing it in mainstream media. They're actually talking about it in the right context. So the mainstream media is certainly not covering the Chinese side of things. So what's our first story from China?
Tiangong, a new Chinese humanoid. Let's take a look.
Okay.
Let's see what that looks like.
So this is a robot.
43 kilograms. 550 trillion operations per minute. That is mathematical.
Per second.
Per second. Per second. Per second.
This robot does look really weird with its tiny arms.
Yeah, it feels like it's like you can put whatever attachments you want on these arms. Yeah, it looks like they didn't focus on they focused more. Make sure. Look, this thing is working
around.
Yeah, walking through a stair terrain in a blind mode. I wonder what that means, blind mode. It's got to be able to see. They just mentioned that they had several visual sensors, right? Several cameras.
Again, with an electric drive.
Yeah, that makes the least sense.
I don't know why they would say.
But there's some robots.
I wonder if it's like pistons. Maybe they used to be running on hydraulics instead of electric.
It'll still be electric. It'll still be electric, right?
The motors, it's running specifically on just electric motors rather than hydraulics.
So, several AI robot products, including the intelligent humanoid Tiangong, developed by the Beijing Institute for General Artificial Intelligence. So, Beijing Institute for General Artificial Intelligence, probably equivalent of our MIT or something like that.
Yeah, I was just looking.
All right, so what is Beijing Institute of General Intelligence? Is a nonprofit new type research and development organization. New type, so it's not. They're insinuating it's not some kind of part of a school or anything like that. Supported by the Beijing municipal government. Oh, this is funded by the city of Beijing, not by the CCP, by the Chinese government, but just by the municipality and the Ministry of Science and Technology, in collaboration such as Peking University. It is funded by Professor Zhu Songchun. The mission of the institute is to pursue the theory of unity, create general intelligent agents, and enhance well-being of all humanity. I hope you stand behind it, China. I really do.
I hope they do. So, another Chinese humanoid robot. Certainly 2024, the year of the humanoids. And we also have another one from...
And we have another one called the Astribot. Hello World. I've seen the video of it earlier, and it looks like this thing only has the upper body kind of thing worked out. Pretty good based on the video. It was cooking. I think it was cooking in this example.
It was cooking. Yeah. These things are just.
But I was thinking I was watching this video and I was thinking, wouldn't it be awesome if I had a cooking robot? That means I would always have a freshly prepared, healthy meal at home without me doing it. Yeah, so you see, it's the upper body. It's the upper body. It's the camera system.
Yeah,
it's the hands.
I love this. It just pulls. It just pulls the thing out underneath it.
Oh, and see how you can interact chat-wise, like with the chat prompt with this thing.
Yeah.
We haven't seen that yet. We haven't seen this on-screen kind of
not
chat.
Not
yet, but we're seeing. We're going to assume they all have it because they're all going to have to be able to control it somehow. Yeah. It's going to be probably from a chat prompt.
Yeah. And so it's able to move things around and coordinate.
Yeah. Is it later that it's going to be cooking? Is it going to be cooking something? Yes. Yeah. Yes, there it is.
It can unscrew things, open a bottle. Oh, wow. Yeah, there you go. Open a beer.
Yes.
Open a beer for me, robot.
We need one. We need to order one from China for a podcast. But, so it does all kinds of kitchen, domestic type of... And that's awesome. Can you imagine coming home to a home-cooked meal by a robot?
Yes, I want that.
I want that too.
And do my laundry. Do my laundry, robot.
Do my fluff and fold. Yeah.
That's what we all want. I mean, yes. I've been waiting for a robot to do all my stupid chores.
Right.
Who wants to do laundry? No one.
And it's going to be, you buy this thing once, and you don't have to pay your house cleaner. You don't have to clean your house. You don't have to hire a chef. It's a chef. It's a cleaning lady.
Yeah, and it'll get regular upgrades if like your Tesla gets upgrades or updates.
Yep. That makes sense. So it's always going to be updated. Yeah, vacuum your stuff and launder your sheets and cook your meal. And
this is cool. I like this.
It's only 10 kilograms.
I don't know. Wow.
Well, let me see. Let me convert to 10 kilograms to. I don't even need AI for that. 10 kilograms to pounds.
Well,
It's 22 pounds. Oh, right. It makes sense because it's only the upper body.
It's only upper body. Yeah.
From what we're seeing from this thing. But they're not even showing us what's at the bottom of this thing. Yeah, so it's really worked out this upper hands and chest and like video.
The comments on this video. Well, folks, it's a wrap. It was a good 3,000 year run. We had lots of fun and lots of laughs.
I like that.
Your job as a McDonald's cook is doomed. I mean, we already knew that.
We already knew that 10 years ago, probably, right? I mean,
Yeah.
there was an American, before all the AI stuff, there was an American company that specifically made for flipping burgers. I'm forgetting the name now, but there's one out there, and that was all before the AI stuff. You know, it was just a robot thing that was out marketed by one of the companies.
Yeah, this robot is the first to wow me in a while. Yeah, that's cool.
I agree, because it's actual domestic, that application of cooking, cleaning. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I want one.
So do I. Yes. Yes.
All right. So, I mean, that's not too far away. That's not too far. I mean, in our lifetime.
Well, in our lifetime, you're probably going to have a domestic robot who's going to cook your meal. I probably will have one in our lifetime.
I was thinking about that when I was editing the last video. I was like, you know, I really believe that we're going to have robots in the way that we want now.
Yeah.
Coming up.
And the way you're going to interact with this thing, you're just going to chat prompt, you know, or you'd
be talking to it.
Talking to it. Yeah. In additional AI updates, Tesla has updated their app. And that happened last week. Basically, they're getting ready for the robotic robot taxi. I don't know where the legislature stands on it yet. I mean, they're allowing Waymo cars and all that in San Francisco, so it's close by. It's allowing Waymo, those cruise cars. No, Chevy Cruise, the company, I forgot, maybe it was Waymo. Yeah, but Tesla's gearing up to basically its own automated AI robotaxi. And the news that came out last week is they're updating their app for that. So
that'd be cool if you had a Tesla and you could be like, go out, make money.
Yeah, that's the idea. That's the idea. If you have a Tesla while you're recording a podcast, your car is out there Ubering around and making money for you, hopefully covering your monthly payment on the car. Which
That's
actually
cool.
dissolves. You can do that, or it dissolves the whole car ownership idea.
It does, yeah.
Unless you're a real big-time fanatic and you got some crazy special, let's say, I don't know, Corvette or something, or some 1930s Mercedes. Really, car ownership, unless you want the freedom and independence of not being...
It will be a lot cheaper, too, because, you're not paying an Uber driver.
That's the idea. That's the idea. There's no longer human involved, so it's just robotics. It's just the automation. You're just paying for that service, but no actual human needs to get paid or make a living.
So money is flowing into AI startups. Almost $14 billion have been raised by AI startups in 2024 across 400 rounds of investing rounds. 600 rounds? So pull it up here.
And that is just this year, and we're barely 40% of the year in, right? Or no, we're not even 50%. In other words, is what I'm trying to say. We're not even half the year in.
So this post was by Charlie Wagner, Data Chaz. So he had created he had posted this by Chief AI Office at GA. This is all funding. This is their funding database. So if you want to see access this funding database, you can enter your email and you can see every single startup that's gotten funding in this year.
What's the name of that website? I'm going to do that.
It's on this link. It's chiefaioffice.xyz.
Wow, and this is updated in real time, huh? This is really cool. Chief AI Office. And Chief AI Office is also on X, right?
There's the complete database about all the rounds, the investors. If you want to see where the money is flowing right now with AI and startups, certainly take a look at this. It's a pretty cool spreadsheet, and you can digest it and see, hey, if you are an investor, this is certainly one of those databases you want access to.
Yeah,
So.
and also it's very cool because it shows exactly where the money is flowing. Very cool project. Chief AI Office.xyz. Okay.
Yeah.
Yesterday, for example, that was 11 hours ago. So that was, if today is Wednesday, May 1st, that was on Tuesday, April 30th. There was $375 million raised by 13 startups just yesterday.
Jeez. They are writing a daily report on venture capitalists' activity in AI. CoreWeave, GPU cloud provider backed by NVIDIA, has raised $1.1 billion at a $19 billion valuation.
At a $19 billion valuation.
Up from $7 billion a few months ago. Wow.
CoreWeave, a New Jersey-based AI cloud computing startup, has successfully raised $1.1 billion in funding, has elevated their valuation to $19 billion, which was only $7 billion shortly before. 5
months after being prior funding round at 600 million. 600 and change. Just a few other minor things. Basically India Tech Guide. One of their thing posts were like, AI can destroy all call centers in the next 12 months.
That makes sense.
And that, I mean, from the India side, that will be a complete wipe of a lot of their jobs. All that outsourcing, gone.
All the call centers, yeah.
All the call centers.
Call centers and like tech support. Right now I'm experiencing with the products that I'm using, for example, in my industry, there's automated tech support, and it tries to help, AI tech support, it tries to help you. Most 90% of the times it doesn't solve the problem, and there's a button, talk to an agent, talk to a human, and you click on that, and then you get connected to a human, and they actually help you.
Oh, yeah.
But the call center, customer service jobs, that initial pre-sale kind of lead generation kind of thing, yeah. According to Karif Vasan, CEO of Tata Consultancy, Tata is a big conglomerate in India. We can look it up. But Tata Consultancy is probably a part of it. Investments in artificial intelligence will result in notable decrease in the necessity for call centers within the next year, as reported by Financial Times. Yeah, that makes sense.
Financial Times is it's a good segue into partnership with Financial Times, and they specifically called out that they're going to be partnering with Financial Times to enhance news content for ChatGPT, and they're going to collaborate with new experiences with them and their readers.
Interesting. So basically, it's just going to provide that, kind of like with that scrap that they had with New York Times or something like that. One of them, they wanted some kind of a financial paper, and they wanted that training data, and looks like they've reached an agreement with Financial Times.
Yeah, somebody bit. So they're going in with that one. Good for them. I mean,
good for them, and good for the owners of content like Financial Times. So now hopefully they'll be somehow compensated for that database of information, for a database of Financial Times stories. Yeah.
And this was posted by Greg Brockman. And then the rumors are going around with OpenAI and the GPT-2 chatbot.
What is that?
So this was a mysterious GPT-2 chatbot. It appeared suddenly, and it appeared on the LM Sys chat. So I guess it was in some prompts. And it showed up on sys.org, lmsys.org. We know very little about it, but it performs incredibly well and is unlike anything we've seen in models before. It was quickly removed, so apparently it was on there. But this was, So
it was some kind of a leak by OpenAI. It's some kind of a leak of a faster model.
Yeah.
Am I understanding it right?
Something completely different.
Okay, very cool.
So we're not sure what it was. Certainly one of those
we know
things.
It's a leak. It leaked. It was it better? It's not faster. It's
well, it may have been not be running on
the best hardware or something.
Right.
Like yeah. Okay. Cool.
So, but it disappears as mysteriously as it arrived.
Okay. Cool. So maybe some they're working on and some got leaked.
And there's cryptic tweets from Sam. Have you seen the cryptic tweets from him? I do have a soft spot for GPT-2.
April 29th, so that was yesterday.
2
days ago, yeah.
Monday, yeah.
Yeah.
So everybody's like, oh, what does this mean?
So they leaked it. He said, I do have a soft spot. So it's some kind of a project that they're working on. Yeah.
That is something that they're working on.
Could be like the thing said 4.5 or 5, GPT-5.
Yeah. So it was good. Yeah. I mean, that.
It is what it is. It was a leak. They scrapped it. They removed it as soon as they figured out it leaked, and that's that. That's the story.
That is the story.
Yeah.
So shout out to our sponsor, Mic Trainer.
Are you tired of struggling with microphone technique?
Do you find yourself eating the mic during microphone performances?
Introducing Mic Trainer, the game-changing solution for singers, DJs, speakers, and podcasters.
This is awesome!
With Mic Trainer's adjustable attachment, you'll maintain the perfect distance and angle for flawless performances.
Your voice will shine through crystal clear without compromising sound quality or hygiene.
And a special offer for our podcast listeners, use promo code NNN at checkout to receive 20% off your Mic Trainer's purchase.
You guys heard it right. So make sure to use promo code NNN. You get 20% off of Mic Trainer. Upgrade your mic game with Mic Trainer. Visit mictrainer.com and start delivering confident, professional performances today.
If you don't know how to actually use a microphone, nobody's going to hear you.
All right, guys. And of course, shout out to our CozySolutions.com, sponsor of the Neural Network News podcast. Discover your dream space with CozySolutions.com, where elegance meets comfort in their fully furnished homes and apartments. Enjoy pet-friendly options, fast Wi-Fi, prime location in Orange County and San Diego. Many of their properties are ADA compliant, meaning that you can wheel in the wheelchair and not have to worry about stairs or anything like that.
That's great.
And real convenient entrance in and out of bath or shower. You can rent them for as little as 3 days, for as long as 3 months, or 7 years. Just go to CozySolutions.com. Make sure to use the code NNN for Neural Network News to get a discount off your booking.
Visit CozySolutions.com to find your perfect stay today.
Thank you so much for watching, guys. Thank you so much. If you made it this far, we really appreciate you tuning in. Don't forget to subscribe to us if you haven't already done so. We really appreciate you tuning in.
Hit that bell icon so you never miss an upload.
Neural Network News, broadcasting the pulse of innovation.
Listen up, it's the promises of the AI, broadcasting live from Irvine.